So change of plans. I did not shower this morning. I woke up, had breakfast, and immediately drove to my first destination because my destination for tomorrow involved kayaking, but when I called them this morning, they said they don't have kayaking tomorrow or the day after. So if I want to kayak, I have to make it there today, but if I went there today and not here, I'd have to backtrack to come here, and it was just ridiculous. So I am going to get them both done in the same day. Luckily, this first hiking thing is, it's not short, but it's not an all-day hike either. I'm essentially just hiking to the top of a waterfall. And, I don't know, it should take me like 3 hours if I take my time. You can do it faster, but I don't really need to. So, that's happening today. I think I forgot to mention, I said that the trail wasn't like a whole day, that it was short. But what I didn't mention was that it is uphill the whole way. Like if I were to essentially drive to the top of the waterfall, I'd be driving at a 25% grade the whole way. And she said there's some like 609 steps up. And I'm already like sore. My shoulders and my lower back and my calves have been in really sore. I'm not going to say pain. Pain is different from sore, but they've been really sore, I don't know, for like the last like 2 weeks or so. So, we'll see what state I'm in once I make it to the top. I wish this camera could pick up the grade, I think that's what you call it, at which I'm climbing, or hiking, whatever. Sorry. All the energy is going to my legs right now, so brain is low on function power. And wish the camera could pick up the length of time at which I've been climbing at this grade. And according to the map, I've not actually made it to like the stair portion yet. So they don't, sorry, I'm out of breath. They don't tell you that in addition to 600 stairs, you're also going to climb at a ridiculously steep grade for, oh, I don't know, how long have I been at this? 15 minutes, maybe? But, whew, that's intense. And this is the terrain that I'm currently dealing with on this grade. It was just like normal driveway gravel for a little while, and now it's rocks and crevices and clay. Oh, I think I see some flat land on the horizon. Or, I don't know if you can really call it a horizon when you're going up, but that's what we're going to call it for now. It's really pretty though. Ooh, I see an overlook. Let us see what we can see. Oh, look at that blue sky. Whoa! Okay. And I do hear water. I don't know if the camera can pick that up or not, but it's somewhere. I'm headed in the right direction. Oh, also, I see this a lot when I'm driving, like through Georgia and Tennessee. You see how everything is just covered in this ivy? I mean, like, for stretches of road, everything is covered in this ivy. And I think it is so beautiful. It just looks so, I don't know, different and odd and out of place. And I know there's trees under there somewhere, so that's what gives it this cool shape. But I love the ivy. Oh, I just came around the corner from where I just was. There we go. That is an overlook. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, and to think I almost took the cheater way out and drove to the top. I could sit here for a couple hours if I wanted to sit in ivy, but I don't. So I'm just gonna stand here and admire this for a little while. I also just realized that that blue sky there was one of the first blue skies I've seen on like my hiking excursions. I mean, we had blue skies at the shoot this past weekend, but my hiking stuff has been like really overcast, which is fine, but I think that's why that felt exceptionally beautiful to me. Even though it wasn't the best view I've seen on my trip, it felt exceptionally beautiful because I haven't seen a blue sky like that against the mountains, I think, since I started. So that was a nice treat. I climbed up a little bit more. There keep being these like little like outcroppings, or I don't know what you want to call them, but and they're like these little overlooks. She didn't tell me at the visitor center that there would be these beautiful views popping out in between my hike. And I can definitely hear the waterfall wherever it is. These beautiful little wildflowers. These beautiful little wildflowers. So I am at the top of the falls, and I'm going to figure out how to make it to the bottom because there is like a bottom, like a lowered lookout or whatever. But this is the top of the falls. So I'm actually sitting down at the top of the falls. There's a very nice breeze up here, so I'm just enjoying that. But also, I just realized I'm at the top of the falls, and I climbed up a really steep grade, but I didn't walk up 609 stairs. So I'm wondering where that comes into play in all of this. Let's see. I found the stairs. So here we go again. Down. Down is way easier than up. I'm at the lower observation deck of the same waterfall, and I love stuff like this. I can't really wrap my head around. So, that waterfall. I can't believe I didn't know that there was stuff this beautiful in our own country, but I mean, I knew that, but this close to home, there's stuff like this. So I'm going to do a lot more digging when I get home because I want to explore the landscape and the areas and the nature that's near home. Good news. I found out that those stairs that I was going down Because I had hiked up the side of the mountain, I got to go down the stairs. The other option was to hike up the stairs and down the side of the mountain. But I would much rather hike up a mountain than upstairs. It's just more interesting. So that's good. But now I am kind of walking down the mountain. It's very steep, but it's paved. So down something paved is safer and easier than down something with a bunch of loose rocks and roots and crevices and all of that. And actually, I looked at the map, and where I hiked up is actually called like Little Amicalola Creek or something. So if it had rained a whole bunch, I would have essentially been hiking up through a creek bed with like water and stuff. So kind of worked in my favor that it's not been raining. But this is also a plus side to going this direction when you're hiking down. This is still a continuation of the big waterfall. So I'm going to continue my descent. I shouldn't have listened to those old people. I took a wrong turn somewhere based on their instruction. Again, poorly drawn map. So I asked them, because they said they'd been here. And I'm having to hike back up the mountain, I think. I don't know. This is going to take a lot longer than it was supposed to. Alright, crisis averted. I thought, I mean, what they said still wasn't quite right, but I was hiking up a mountain when I was supposed to be hiking down. So I thought I was going to have to hike back up to hike back down. And I did, but only for just a very short little while. And then the rest of it was pretty much either flat or down. So I made it in no time at all. Plenty of time to get to my next destination. So I'm actually glad I did that, because the route that I was supposed to take had me hiking back up all those stairs, the like 600 and something stairs, and then down the side of the mountain. So I'm glad I didn't do that. This way was actually more relaxing and better and faster and easier. And the lady in the visitor center said I didn't miss anything, just some trees. So I'm headed, I got about an hour drive to my next destination, and there I will do some kayaking. I just pulled off on the side of the road on my way to my next destination. This beautiful little scenery. And the lake is so still that it's actually reflecting the clouds, which is gorgeous. I made it. I am kayaking some lake on some mountain. I have no idea, to be honest with you, but I'm enjoying the nature and peace, and I've rented it for an hour, but it will not take me an hour to kayak this lake because it's super small. But I'm going to kayak to the end of the lake here and just kind of hang out and stick my feet in the water because it's hot, and hope nothing eats me. And then I actually found another destination I might head to later today, so we'll see. For now, I'm going to go enjoy that view behind me. Look at that view. I'm going to sit here just like this for the next 40 minutes or so, just staring at that. Got my feet in the water to keep me cool. Got a view to keep me happy. I am at Brasstown Bald, which is the highest point in Georgia, and since on this trip I made it to the highest point in Alabama, I figured I might as well do Georgia's too. And this was actually not a planned stop on the road trip. Let me not knock my phone off the tower. The people that told me the route to take down the mountain earlier this morning, who ended up saving me, pretty much, they mentioned this place, and due to some scheduling and activities and the way just things worked out time-wise, I was able to come here and do this, and I'm glad I did, because this view, wow, I mean, it's amazing. It's 360-degree view. I mean, it's just all the way around. It's so gorgeous. only half of it. Not even. That's like a quarter of it because it goes all the way around. So, this is officially my last night in a state other than my home state. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, serious mixed feelings. I'm really just not ready for it to be over. Even with, like, the entire mess that tonight is, it's worth it. Like, for instance, there has been nowhere to shower all day, or tonight, or tomorrow morning. So, I am without shower, which isn't great. Good thing I do have baby wipes, but it's still just, I would love a hot shower and some Wi-Fi. I'm in this tiny, adorable, fantastic little, like, German town in Georgia called Helen. And I cannot wait to walk around tomorrow and check out all the different stores and the architecture and stuff because I've driven through it and it's so, so cute. But there is no Wi-Fi. And nowhere is open after, like, 7 or 8 o'clock. So I'm actually already parked. It is 8 o'clock. I'm already parked in the hotel parking lot that I'm going to sleep in tonight. Because there is literally nowhere else to go and nothing else to do. Which is fine because I'm exhausted. I forgot what I do today. I hiked to the top of a mountain and down a mountain. I kayaked. I went to the highest point in Georgia. And then I drove to this little town. All of this was on twisty, windy mountain roads. I'm talking like complete, like you like go one direction and then you pretty much turn around and go back the other direction. It was insane. And it was either a steep climb up or a steep going down. So that required a lot of mental processing and energy and all that. It wasn't like a nice leisurely drive. It was fun and pretty, but it was also terrifying and frustrating. But I just, even though everything's not perfect and hasn't been perfect for the trip in general, like, the good stuff makes the bad stuff so worth it. And to think that tomorrow is officially my last day not at home. I will be home the day after tomorrow. And it's just weird. I don't know. Anyways. Enough about weirdness and feelings and back to what's happening. So, I'm already parked in my parking spot. I'm not going to set up for bed yet because it's too bright out. So, it would be too obvious that that's what's happening. So, I'm just going to hang out in the front seat and watch some TV, maybe eat a little snack, clean. My car is a disaster. And then once it's dark, I'll set up for bed and I'll just go right to sleep because I'm so tired. So that's the plan. And then tomorrow I'm going to walk around Helen, Georgia, and I'm also going to hike to a waterfall. And then I will head to my beautiful, lovely home state of North Carolina. Like I said, I don't know how I feel about that. But I do know how I feel about TV, food, and sleep. And those are all fantastic. So I'm going to go do that. If people could see me right now, they would think I had lost my mind. And maybe take pity on me and give me a free room or a shower or both. But I am watching Netflix. My phone's on my steering wheel. And I am eating applesauce out of the jar. And the really weird thing is that I am perfectly at peace right now. Like, I am so happy. Like, I just am. It's weird and it's not perfect, and I don't care. I love it. So, I'm in the back seat of my car, setting up my bed. And I had a thought. Or realization. Whatever we want to call it. This is going to be the last night that I sleep in my car. Because tomorrow night I'll be sleeping at a friend's house. And sure, there's things I don't love about it, like setting it up. Or like the fact that I'm sweating right now because the temperature hasn't dropped yet. It will, just not yet. Or like I can't plug my phone into charge or whatever. But there's things that I love about it too. I love that I'm very alone. I love that sleeping is an adventure. I love that sleeping in my car is the one thing, not the only thing, but one of the main things that made this entire trip possible. And it was really like the biggest deal of this whole trip was that I was sleeping in my car. And it's just really weird that now that whole portion of this trip, the whole sleeping in the car portion of this trip, is done and over. Just like that. I mean, that's it. Tonight. I don't know. Bittersweet. Parts of me wish that it could go on forever, but the real parts of me know that it can't. P.S. This is one of the parts I don't like. It's having to re-problem solve how to hang things up. There we go. So, I still remember the first night I slept in my car. It was in a La Quinta Inn parking lot next to a wall and a glass wall, and there was a car next to me, and I couldn't believe I was doing any of it, and now I can't believe that I've done it all and it's over. And the friends' houses that I've already slept at, it still felt like part of the trip or part of an adventure, because I've not seen, either I had never met those people, like in person, or I just hadn't seen them in a very, very, very long time, and they lived somewhere I hadn't been yet. But the friend I'm staying with tomorrow night, I see her like once every 2 months or so. I've slept at her house before, and while I'm incredibly grateful and so stoked that she's going to be a part of this trip, my trip ends tomorrow. It happened so fast. I don't know. I'm going to stop the video before I start crying, but I can't believe it's going to be over.